Nathan MacKinnon just hit 1,100 points in his career. The Avs stars seem like they're back to clicking on all cylinders, and they often get all of the credit. This is the DNVR Avalanche podcast, and my question is not about the superstars, but it is, who's the most underrated player on the Colorado Avalanche?
Who you got?
Me? You're making me go first?
Yeah, I don't want to steal anybody's answer.
To be completely honest, and I feel like it's been swept under the rug a little bit with how little production he's created recently in the bottom six, but I feel like Jack Drury has not been as much of a conversation as he should be.
Wow, picked a case. What a shock.
Whoa, okay, no. And it yes, okay, I'm familiar with Jack Drury. Give me all the crap in the world. But there's something to be said about a lot of the underlying numbers that he provides to, and face-offs being the biggest one there too. But outside of that as well, the minutes that he's playing, they're meaningful minutes. When you talk about how guys are producing off of the puck too, he's playing meaningful penalty kill minutes. He's even when they're shortening the bench a little bit, he's playing really, really well, and he's earned a lot of that respect solely for what he's doing, not only on the PK but in the faceoff dot as well. There's a lot about Jack Drury to like, especially on the defensive side of things.
Drury kind of turns the Avs, at least when healthy, into this team-wide defensive monster. Mm-hmm. The only real line that struggles in their own zone is the Avs top line, to be honest, on a consistent basis. You roll these other guys over the boards. Brock Nelson has been monstrously good defensively this year. Now, some of that getting to play with Nuke and Landeskog helps him for sure. But then you roll a Jack Drury, whether that's your third or fourth line over, and he's locking things down defensively. He's helping you on your PK. You add the wingers of guys like Parker Kelly when Kiviranta's in the lineup. I do think the Avs' defensive ability from their forward core as a whole, at least when healthy, does get a little bit underrated, especially when you're missing a guy like LOC.
Mm-hmm. No, and that's where a lot of that comes for me too, is looking further up in their lineup. You look at a Nathan MacKinnon, and he's really not doing a lot of that. Yeah, he's taking a lot of faceoffs, but when you're looking at some of those meaningful ones down in your bottom six, knowing that you can get some of those meaningful faceoff wins that far down your lineup too, is really, really important for a team that's as offensively powerful as the Colorado Avalanche are.
They do it on both sides for sure.
I do wish he would win some more faceoffs in the offensive zone. He has the strangest faceoff splits of anybody. You go and you look at it, and it's just like, why is he so good in the defensive zone? He can't win one in the offensive zone.
Not locked in.
That's just not locked in.
That's where the production lacks. It's not scoring off of him.
Yeah.
There's no points.
Okay.
I think it's a good shout with Drury too, at least in the Avzosphere. We kind of ran into this wall of maybe Jack Drury isn't really a 3C, but that shouldn't leave the lingering negative effect of he's still one of the best 4Cs in the NHL. So you got to think about that the right way.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you look at a lot of rosters and you look at the 4C and you go, within the next 3 years, will this guy even be in the NHL anymore?
Right.
And the answer for Jack Drury is, yep.
No doubt.
He sure will be.
No doubt about it.
Yep. Barring injury.
Mm-hmm.
That would be it. He's legit in that role. And that is a very big piece of the roster math for the Avalanche as they approach the deadline, because they could play him at 3C. If they get a 3C, they move him down. We know he's a great 4C. That's a really good place for them to be in, approaching deals when it comes to deadline time.
Yep.
Yeah.
How about you, AJ?
For me, it took me a second to get there because I really wanted to find an excuse to talk about Gavin Brindley today, but it's not that day. I don't think. Yeah. So I really think Josh Manson's been my favorite guy to watch this year, because
I was so close to picking him.
I just with Josh Manson, I mean, obviously the offensive's like blown up over the last like month, which has been weird and is unsustainable, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Like a confident Josh Manson is a delight to watch. But his nastiness has been at an all-time high. This is by far the best he has ever played in an Avalanche uniform.
Yes.
And he's doing it on the left side.
That's the big
Coming
thing.
into the year, it was like, oh, well, you've got all these guys on the right. It's going to be Sam Malinsky that has to move because you're not going to make the old guys do it. And then 2 games in, Sam Girard got hurt, and they made one of the old guys move to the left, and he's flourished.
Yep.
Josh Manson's been phenomenal this year on the left side. I don't understand it. I wish he wouldn't take as many penalties because that is genuinely like the one thing about his game that that really holds me back from going like crazy on the hype train. He takes so many penalties, but he's so effective.
Yeah.
What I think is wonderful about a guy like Josh Manson too is I remember having these conversations on the post game shows where you're talking about that Burns Manson pairing being the one thing to kind of ruin an Avs game. And a lot of that is some of those stupid mistakes that a Josh Manson makes. He's pinching in the wrong areas. He's, positionally just not where he needs to be. And that has not necessarily been the case in the last few games. He's had a very positive trend upwards. I've been super impressed. And I mean, a 4-point game and building off of that will do that to you. But even defensively too, there's both sides of the puck. Josh Manson's been a phenomenal part of this team, especially again in the last 10-game stretch.
The Josh Manson experience will always be a little bit of a roller coaster. You know what you're signing up for to some extent there, but a truly excellent work, especially when you look at him as the guy who has stepped up. Von Taves goes down. Now you need a guy to do more on your decor. It's Josh Manson. Someone like Gabe Landeskog goes down, and you need someone that has that physical edge, someone that's willing to throw hands if you need to, and it's Josh Manson stepping into that role. Of guys that have elevated their game, I definitely think Manson is up there.
Also meaningful. I mean, he doesn't, we're not literally talking about fights for most of this, but I think some of the intimidation factor this year is a little bit higher because he doesn't have the wrist injury.
Yeah, and he's smoking fools. Yeah,
right. Last year he wasn't allowed to fight for a lot of the year, and this year he's like Manson Unleashed, where he's like, "Oh, you want that smoke? I want all the smoke. Give me as much smoke as I can possibly handle. Give it to me, please. The whole team. Let's do this." He's not afraid of any moment, and that is an edge that the Avs have absolutely needed. And he couldn't quite do that as much as he wanted to last year because of the wrist injury. And so seeing him getting to really lean into the crazy has helped. And it's been fun.
Not only do you have a Josh Manson who's able to lean into that this year, but that paired with getting a Gabe Landeskog back. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot harder team to play against this year than last year's, for sure.
All right. I've got one more for you, and I don't know if people will buy this or not. Underrated. I'm taking Artturi Lehkonen. And I know, especially of recent, you can have issue. I've had issue with his inability to finish. It feels like too many opportunities do slide off of his stick and maybe don't end up in the back of the net the way that they should. But one, when you understand that he's the adult for all of the children in the Avs top 6 and has to do all of the hard work, he deserves credit for that. But two, even with the opportunities that maybe don't pan out for Lecky, you have the 3 superstars that are leading the Avs in points. You have Brock Nelson, who's having a heck of a season. And then you have Artturi Lehkonen as the 5th highest scorer on the Colorado Avalanche. He is performing in the role of a top 6 player extremely effectively. He's doing the job, even if you would like him to score a little bit more. Not only the roles he's tasked with, but he's producing at a rate that really you should be happy with, even if it is a little bit frustrating at times.
Okay. I'm not about to say bad things about Artturi Lehkonen, man. I want to, but I'm not gonna.
I don't know. I think he's good at what he's supposed to be good at. That's where I guess I'll kind of add there is like you put him on a line with a Nathan MacKinnon and a Martin Netjes, and what's he supposed to do? Go and outfinish the both of them? And
Nope.
so he's good at what he needs to be good at. Like he plays a really good gritty style of hockey. He plays great on the defensive side of the puck, but he gets down into the gritty areas in front of the net when he needs to. Like he provides a lot of what MacKinnon and Netjes don't. And he's a solid part of the top six. Like there's no denying that.
For a guy who maybe you don't love the finishing on a 25 goal pace.
Yeah, the don't love the finishing is an important thing here for me, because if you look at where he is among forwards that have played at least 400 minutes of 5v5 hockey this year, he is 6th in scoring chances, in just individual scoring chances.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for 60 minutes, 6th. That's not something you would think, and he's 3rd in high danger chances.
I believe it.
So you're talking about a guy that succeeds because he just goes, he stands in front of the net. And I've told people this a few times now on shows and in writing. Just watch him. Like for one game. Don't watch the puck. Don't watch what Nathan MacKinnon is doing. It's probably great. Just watch Artturi Lehkonen. Watch him go from the wall to the front of the net. And then he'll make subtle adjustments as needed. Wherever, it might open up.
Find the soft spots.
But that's all he does.
Yep.
It's hilarious. But he flubs so many scoring chances.
He does.
Because he doesn't have that last little extra bit of finish. Because if he did, he'd be Zach Hyman. And we'd be talking about a guy that could score 30 plus.
Wouldn't be
That's the
underrated
difference.
then. Yeah.
Correct. I when it comes to underrated, I really don't know if he can be underrated.
I think he can be, but also I was going to pick Josh Manson, so this is a last second change.
My bad. I mean, it just means you were right. So
the fact that he was on our radars, I think, says something.
Yeah.
It really, I mean, there are no bad answers in this trio. I just, with Lecky, he's also the one playing in the most prominent role.
It's true.
So it feels weird to say a guy like that is underrated when you watch him play 20 minutes a night as a forward. But yes, yeah. I mean, he's great at what he does. And he's an essential element to how that line functions and succeeds.
All right. We'll leave it there. Leave your comments down below on who you think is underrated on the Avs. And if you really enjoy us, you can consider watching our full podcast 5 days a week. Just go check us out, like and subscribe. We appreciate y'all. This has been the DNVR Avalanche podcast, and we'll see you in the next video.
We all silly like the mayor.